What's good, everybody? It's your boy WxG Dark coming at you again with my new review series. I will start reviewing AEW Dark through the weekend as part of the new weekend block of videos that will be dropping from the channel.
Oh, and where do you think this new business is coming from now?
Fuck you, that's why you got Impact, you bitch. Don't mind him. Anyway, as I was saying, we will be reviewing Dark on the weekends now. Yes, there's going to be a little bit of time in between spacing, but once we get a good handle on how we want the product to be and once things change, then I'll probably try and find a way to start doing it on Tuesdays. But until then, it's going to be weekend coverage. Same thing with the Impact reviews. It will be covered by Diamante D.
What you meant to say was daddy.
I'm not calling you that. As well as going alongside his weekly wrestling wrap-up, which will be coming on later tonight, if not already in the past. So please, go check those videos out, like, share, subscribe, comment, help me grow. We are putting in the effort to make the channel bigger, to get more content out. So please, it will help to show us that the fruits of our labor are being rewarded. Now then, let me start yapping and get down to the review. Hit the music. So, we cut in with the opening match, which is our AEW Women's Champion, Hikaru Sheena, going up against Rochester. Now, Rochester, she has been confined to Dark, and she has had some decent matches. I do not like her gimmick, personally. I do not like the gimmick. She is hood bougie with strong ass weave. Like, oof. I'm sorry, it's not for me, but I will not discredit her in the ring. Now then, she does the gimmick well. She is faithful to her gimmick. And then in ring, she is not that bad. She's a decent performer. And she has some really good looking punches. I'm not gonna lie. Them punches, them strikes that she gave out look pretty tasty. And she can grapple, as I've seen in previous matches with her. But I'm not fond of her. But Hikaru Sheena looked great. And this was more of a show of her strength. Because Rochester is bigger than Hikaru, but Hikaru handled her as if she was equal in her size. Definitely was a good showing for the champ. It was an okay opener. It's not too low energy, but I was still able to get some like nice moments out of it. So it's decent. I'd definitely give it a B-. Could I've gotten more? Possibly, but it's not enough for me to really complain about getting. Now the next match, I definitely misjudged it. It's Corey Hollis going up against Kip Sabian. Now, I knew that Kip Sabian was going to win this match. That predictability level is mostly given when you're watching Dark about who most likely will win. When you have AEW Dynamite guys appearing on Dark. And he was going up against Kip Sabian. Now, from the way they were describing Corey Hollis, I was expecting him to be a traditional Southern wrestler type, except that he did not get enough offense in. And maybe he just could build to him playing more white meat babyface role going further, or or no nonsense babyface. But I did not get enough so I can appreciate it. Kip being Kip, and Kip is great. Kip in ring is crisp, it's smooth, his hits, his strikes, those kicks. There's nothing to go against, but watching Dark, I definitely feel like I want to see more of the other guys. Now, Dark itself needs more people viewing. Now, there are a lot of people that watch Dark. Don't get it twisted, but I want to see more from the talent on Dark. And I feel like if they didn't have as much Dynamite guys on there, I could probably get more. But they're also getting a swell of new guys coming in, so it's like a mixed bag of nuts as far as what expectations are. Corey Hollis, I think, had like one or two spots where he, was coming back with a fire comeback that could have led to a babyface run, but he got shut down way too quick and easily for my taste, personally. But it was all right. Kip Sabian pulled the win as if it was going to ever be a question, more or less decisively. Again, another one that's like I I was feeling it, but I want something from I want something from the opponent a bit more. In fact, I would say that this is less. I would actually give this one a C+. This match was a C+. Sorry, kid. But going from that match, we do have a segment. I think it's like the only segment in Dark this week where we see the Nightmare Sisters training with one another alongside the natural Dustin Rhodes, basically making them a fine-tuned tag machine. Now, keep in mind that because this came out before Dark and because they have been pushing these two as a tag, this was basically the setup to let it be known there's going to be this women's tag tournament. I do not want them to win this tournament. Nothing against them. Allin, great. Brandy needs work. But do I want them to win this women's tag tournament? Fuck no. Can I be fine with them maybe getting a round or two? Sure. We got to see how this goes though. But I do like that now we're getting more emphasis on women's tag wrestling. Now AEW can do tag wrestling good. I pray they get this right for the women. Because this tag tournament will be the biggest opportunity and boost for AEW's women's division to actually get more recognition and come up. Please do. Please do, as well as incorporating outside women talent. Because I want to see talent exchanges, partnerships being established with AEW and these other promotions. I'll leave that to numbnuts in the back. Yay, bitch! Talk about this later.
Sure, while I'm at, I'll talk about how fucking useless your ass is.
I'll leave it to him to discuss what I feel needs to happen in this current wrestling landscape and environment and what AEW should do.
The door ain't shit.
But going past that,
can't get past the fact that she need Daddy back on the channel to handle business.
So following that segment, we have tag team matches. We have the best friends. The best friends. I'm sorry, I fucking love that shit. The best friends going up against Brady Pierce, a new mainstay of AEW Dark, and a partner who, at first, it took me a second to realize who he was. Now that if you saw NXT, especially whenever the Street Profits were coming in, they had some decent feuds, and they had an entertaining match. It's Tino Sabbatelli from NXT, now going by his proper name, Sabatino Piscatelli. I'm terrible with Italian names. But yeah, he actually used to be teamed with Riddick Moss on NXT. And they were never anything too special. They were more or less like a competent jobber tag team. But in this match, not only did Sabbatelli show that he actually has the goods, and I believe there was an injury that took him out, which fucked him up and basically led to him getting released. But he looked good in this match. Actually, him and Brady Pierce looked like a competent tag team. But they were working separately with only minor spots where they worked together. While the best friends are the best friends. First of all, you got Trent Beretta, one of the more aggressive types in AEW on a more consistent basis, especially as of late with him and Chuck Taylor or 6 Chuck T trying to basically prove themselves, and they have proved themselves. They are a staple in AEW's tag division, as well as, I want to say, former number ones in the division. They're up. No, they haven't been number ones because it's been a Dark Order due to their undefeated record. But they have consistently been showing how good they are, and they managed to get Pierce and Piscatelli looking damn good as a tag team. They seemed smart. They were working each one separately, although Chucky got it the worst. But, the fiery comeback comes in. Best friends are not about to lose on Dark to a newly formed tag team of a new talent plus Sabbatelli. So while I'm content with, I'm actually grateful that this happened, because I would definitely love to see Brady and Sabatino be a proper tag team. I'm gonna call him Sab. I would definitely go ahead and give this one a solid B. This was great, solid. Matter of fact, B plus, because really, it was phenomenal work with ample amount of time given in this match. It was good. So, we're going into singles action. We have Ricky Starks, the new AEW recruit from the NWA, going up against Will Hobbs, Green Towel, I think he might be out of the Nightmare Factory. Young guy, green, strong than a bitch. With like one bad moment. I'm gonna be honest, whenever fucking he got cold cocked and knocked out by Darby Allin. It's a cold day. And it's a fairly short match, but still pretty entertaining while showing off what both men can do. More impressive on Ricky Starks on what happens, but basically, you know, Rick comes in, you know, he's over here being quick, agile, being intelligent, and Will, he's basically being powerful to be expected. It's by the numbers. They take it outside a little bit. They get some nice hits and movements in. A decent little back and forth, although I am happy that Will did not look completely incompetent nor incapable of keeping up with Ricky Starks. I like seeing a big man not be basically viewed as a fucking glass cannon. Like, dude's a fucking tank. Let him pull some shit. But the big thing is whenever Ricky goes in for his finish. Something called, I don't know what the fuck it's called. I think I wrote it down as a double underhook Jones. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was impressive to have lifted up Will Hobbs. This is a big motherfucker. And performed that move with more or less complete control. It was damn good. But Will Hobbs, I will say this more than anything else, he gives the nastiest looking spine buster in AEW. But this was all Ricky. 1, 2, 3. Drop out, get your GED. Shout out to Malari. And that was actually more satisfying than, you know, one would think on such a quick match. If you just look at it by the time, you actually should check this match out. It's definitely a nice show for both men. Go ahead, drop a B on that one. All right, so next we got more singles action as we have Scorpio Sky with his banger of an intro. I mean, that shit is that is a fucking jam. I mean, I got a rock on that one. Going up against Aaron Solo, new guy, but apparently he's been tearing it up on the indie, so his name has gotten out there pretty quickly, I'm assuming, and I can see for good reason, because this motherfucker here, not only showing his smarts as a heel talent, but also putting in some real work on Scott early on. And I mean, honestly, he doesn't come off as an unknown talent. He comes off as a guy that is like able to keep up with main event level talent. And don't get it twisted. Scorpio Sky is a main event level talent. There's a reason why he's being pushed to go solo in AEW now. What, you know, Kazarian and Daniels focusing on the tag work. And this could have been a main event on any show. Or if the belt was on the line, this could have been a great title match. That's how good both of these men were. I fucking loved it. You cannot not appreciate what AEW can do with guys that were unknown guys. Because Scorpio Sky, established, praised by the fans, we know he's good. But for Aaron Solo to come out and perform as well as he did, it was completely unexpected. They got damn good time in. Nothing was too excessive. It was like pretty leveled action, but it was on a higher spectrum. And I just fucking loved it. This was a B+ match. And you know what? I'm lying. This is an A- match. Now I had some more shit being up in there that some storyline stuff up in there. I could probably go ahead and give it a solid A, but I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a good old A-. Good work, guys. Good work. But not to be outshined, we have another women's match. Solo action. We got 2 on the card. Basically showing why you need to be watching Dark so you can actually see what the fuck the women do. Everybody always be focused on only fucking Dynamite and be like, they don't have enough women on the show. Well, if you watch the other show, you can see that the women actually do get represented more, but could just need more build. Just saying. We have Colleen King going up against Diamante, and this was this also was a great match, and the pace was great. Opening up technically. I like some good technical action going on here as they jockeying for position, trying to see who's going to be in control. And there's fair back and forth. Now, I've seen both women on Dark. Both women have not had the best of runs, but for them to actually get time, the opportunity to show their talents, Diamante being technically great as well as being able to strike, and Colleen basically putting the show of power and her strikes, I was feeling this. I was enjoying it. I was hooked. Diamante. Now it was predictable to me on who was going to win this one. This was gonna be Diamante all the way. But she never, while she was taking control, she never was burying Colleen. Colleen looked competent. She looked like more than just jobber talent. Definitely potential there. I can't wait to see where it's gonna go. But Diamante gets the win with the code red, beautiful code red, and now she's gonna go on to have her. Well, she went on to have her match on AEW proper on Dynamite, which she did win, giving her the opportunity to go up against Hikaru Sheena this coming up week for the championship in Hikaru's opening title match. So I'm excited to see those women go at. As long as they get a good amount of time, I know it's going to be a great fucking match. That was a B+ showing. More time or maybe more story would have made me want to go more, but B+ is actually damn good. There's no way that there's no complaints in that match other than maybe it was a little too short. Now, we ain't done with the action, y'all, because now it's time for Darby Allin versus Robert Anthony. And already, Darby's got a fucking chip on the shoulder. He's already got a target in mind, and it's not Robert. It's Taz. And he comes in staring at Taz, irking Robert Anthony, who basically goes into Darby's face, basically like, take this seriously! Take this seriously! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! And you fucked up because you got your ass fucked up real quick. I mean, Darby was quick. Darby was agile, and his unique technical offense is why he is so beloved. I love seeing something new. I love seeing something unorthodox, and that's Darby all the fucking way. There's a reason why he is such a fan favorite, and why we are foaming at the mouth to see him go on a real tear and eventual title win. Lord, that's gonna be good one day. One day. But for now, I'm fine with seeing him in good matches, and honestly, Robert was not a slouch. I know that I know his record is a little shaky with some heavy losses, but he definitely showed that he ain't no chump out here in these streets. As whenever the action goes outside, he's quick to basically junk Darby right into the ring frame, and I mean, that was a fucking nasty hit. And then decent work working him over, and was going for a second. I actually thought that he would actually get more control and make Darby look weak, but nah, Darby gets to work and starts working over his right arm. And looking at Taz while doing it, because he does multiple times try to cinch in the armbar. As basically sending a proper message to Taz that he's going to do what Moxley didn't do. He's going to break the machine's arm the fuck off. He couldn't get the win because fucking Robert is a big son of a bitch. And Robert was not going out like a bitch, but when you piss off Darby, Darby gets reckless. When Darby gets reckless, it's a gamble. But if it's in his favorites, boy, I feel bad for you, because we got one coffin drop on the outside of the ring, and then another inside to call it 1, 2, 3 drop out, get the GED. And Darby, exhausted, just back against the ropes, is like, I guess he's gonna, looking at his opponent, did not see or notice a machine creeping on him, because Brian Cage came, pulled him from the middle of the rope, spun around, and fucking German his ass right back into the ring. And I was like, baby, because it looked nasty. And Robert looked like he was about to go in and basically, let Brian know you ain't about to come here and interrupt what the fuck I got going on. When surprise, 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 Taz mentioned that he had a new friend, and I was curious what he meant by that. Ricky fucking Starks is now allied with Brian Cage and Taz, as he basically took care of Robert Anthony, then went on to helping the beat down of Darby Allin, which did continue on AEW Dynamite the following day. And I'm just like, God, please don't let my man be taken out again. Now, I enjoyed the vignettes of Darby being away. It happened at a really good time because he had his own little controversy during the speaking out movement about, being an emotional manipulator and abuser. But I'm not, I'm just like, that's up to how the rest of the wrestling community handles that. I'm just like, I hope that I hope that you do better. I hope that we don't hear any more of, you continuing this action. I will not accept it. Just, if you gotta go, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I said the same thing for Jimmy. If Sammy would have had anything worse and he had to go, it is what it is. I don't care how much I like you, but I'm not gonna support you. It was discussed in another video. But again, another really good and exciting match that gets the B+ grading from me. It was damn good. It was very enjoyable, and I actually am looking forward to see more from Robert Anthony after this performance. And now it's time for our main event, ladies and gentlemen. As we go out, as AEW is not afraid to do, with some good old tag action, babies. But it's the Butcher and the Blade going up against the Librarian Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler, or as I like to call him, the Dungeon Master. It was actually better than you would think. You would think this was going to be a quick job out match, but no. Now, did the Butcher and the Blade have dominance majority of it? Yes. Narrowly. Mostly when Avalon was in. But all in all, it opened great with the Blade and Cutler going at it. Looking pretty even to where they go ahead and get, they look good. Brandon Cutler don't look like a bitch or just like a regular job guy. I appreciated that. Then we had Peter Avalon basically getting his ass wrecked. Avalon was getting his shit pushed in for the longest time until he was able to manage to get Cutler back in for the hot tag, who proceeded to tear down the Butcher and the Blade with him showing that he's a flyer. He's a tall flyer, which AEW, y'all got a lot of them. I can't wait till y'all just basically have a pay-per-view where y'all just basically say, all right, anything goes. I don't give a fuck. The sky's the literal limit. That'd be a great night, because Cutler, with a devastating moonsault that clipped and kicked the fuck out of the Butcher, then proceeded to go with a mid-rope tope onto the Blade, just to go back in and do an over-the-top tope and tag combo, getting Avalon to go on with the dive. And I thought they were going to get the win. But it wasn't enough. But you know what? Get Cutler back and he's going to go ahead and do the thing. But Peter decided to get dirty. He decided to go heel by thwacking the Butcher and the Blade with the book. Now I understand. He did what needed to be done for the win. They need a win. And honestly, I feel like Avalon, it should have happened, but Cutler, he's too much of a baby face. He don't like that. Why'd you do it? Hit the fuck up and get the pin. So I'm blaming you equally on this, because you should have won that. You should have, but you fucked around. You got distracted. You lost, and you got beat up and y'all both got beat up after the match for your burdens. But still was a good match. That was a solid B, and I definitely enjoyed it. It was a great night. But I was gonna say the overall performance for Dark, it was a B+. Beginning wasn't too terrible. Now there was a review recently by Drunky McDrunk back there.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too. And comparing it, in my opinion, as far as first half go, to with Dark and with Impact, Dark had it better. But it's not my job to judge both shows. I have the one I chose. So this was a good show. Please check out AEW Dark more often. I'm sorry that I did not do this in the way it was meant to be done, but it's a lot of fucking work. A lot of work to record. A lot of work to get people to work with me, to get skits going so we can edit them properly. And then, getting bitched out by the boss man because we fucking can't stop fighting. So hopefully next week we'll have the thing in better working order. So, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Check out the other videos. Talk to me! And I'll check y'all next time. Peace.